Thank you today for joining us. This is Alfredia Space with Pursuing Greatness and Legacy Coaching. As usual, I'm so excited, can't contain my excitement. Always great to meet you here. Of course, hit the subscribe button, like, and drop a comment and share. So today we want to continue talking about pursuing your vision and purpose in life, and also talking about if you need help with getting over the hump or even getting started. Legacy coaching is here to provide service for you. And today I have, and I'm so excited to have Naomi here with us, and Naomi White. And Naomi, thank you for joining me
Thank you for having
today.
me.
And
I'm excited too.
thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you've been busy, and we've been trying to do this now for months.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
so, just kind of want you to share with the audience, how did you decide you were going to become an author? An author first, because that's what you
First.
did. And then prior to that, you said that you own a business. So let's start there. You own a business, and then what took you from the business to becoming an author?
Okay. So yes, I had a cake baking and decorating business, very very successful, and I was in pretty high demand. It was hard to keep up.
Yeah.
And then I had an injury
Mhm.
in 20 starting in 2015, I believe. And over the course of the next 4 years, I had to have surgeries on my hand,
Okay.
and I lost the use of my pinky finger.
Oh, wow.
So it became difficult to do
Mhm.
that type of detailed work. So I was making the kind of cakes you see on TV, like,
Oh, really?
I mean, I can't even remember all of the things. If
Okay.
someone said, "Can you make me a cake like that
Yeah.
looks like a slot machine?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh, you did all the
Oh,
different
all of the
designs.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was a lot of fun, but it
Wow.
was a lot of work.
Yeah. So even with that, how did you get started in that business? How did you start in that business?
I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit.
Mhm, mhm.
I was a single mom for a long time,
Okay.
so I kind of did things on the side.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
everybody has a hustle, and I
Yeah.
certainly had
Yeah.
mine
Yeah.
to make extra money for,
Yeah.
for my children and
Mhm,
things like that. So I
mhm.
started making cakes. I've always been the baker. I've
Okay.
been the baker and the writer in the
Oh,
family.
okay.
Baker
Okay.
and writer.
That makes sense. That
Yes,
makes sense.
exactly. My whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And so take me from there to you getting started writing books.
Okay, that is a very easy transition
Okay.
because I was slowly, um, always, I was in recovery with
Okay.
my hand for four
Mhm.
years. So it was
Oh,
off and on,
wow.
off and
Okay.
on. And COVID hit,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what
Mhm.
did it. I
Mhm.
closed down my business because it was a food service business. And remember, we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Frankly, we
Yeah.
didn't even know if we were going to survive through
That's
that.
right. That's
It's
right.
something we had never seen
Yeah.
before.
Mhm.
I did not feel comfortable being around the people,
Mhm.
delivering cakes
Yeah.
and making food
Yeah.
at that time. It
Yeah.
was I felt it was
Mhm.
precarious,
Yeah.
and I was no longer comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially, I was still
Mhm.
going through surgeries and
Mhm.
physical therapy.
Yeah.
So, my husband and I, we talked about it, and he supported me, and
Yeah.
he just said, "Why don't you just, make this a good time for you to stop
Wow. Yeah.
and start pursuing some of your other dreams?"
Yeah.
I had
Wow.
already written my first children's book,
Okay. Okay.
and I had written it for my grandson as a
Mhm.
birthday present, just a little story.
Yeah.
But after the family read it, it was clear that it was more than just a little story.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so my dream was to publish that. And my
Mhm.
husband said, "This is the time for you to do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to publish your
Wow.
book." And so
Wow.
that's how I started.
And
That's
I
when I started.
Yeah, and I love it because there was an opportunity. It seemed like every single time it was an
Yes.
opportunity for you to do something,
Yes.
whatever it is that you desire,
Hmm.
whatever that idea and dream and vision was for you. Okay, so let me just share this with you, because it wasn't until I knew you were an author. I knew that. I know, and I knew you write children books, right?
Yes.
I did not know you were an author until we were in, and I think it was like around the first of the year. We were in one of the women's Bible class on
Hmm.
Saturday,
Hmm.
and Pastor Lowe said, "If you looking to write a book,
Right.
there's Naomi.
Right.
Get in touch with her." And I thought, wow, I didn't know that. And so many times people don't know what we do,
Exactly.
right? And so that was a shocker to me, but also it was a blessing, because I was like, oh my God, I even admired you even more
Oh, that's
than I
wonderful.
already did, because I was like, okay, you're doing all these things. And so share with me, how did you become, you took it from being an author,
Hmm.
you still are an author,
Yes.
right? To adding publisher to it.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So in 2020, when I decided to publish my book, I
Okay.
had a friend who their family has a publishing company, a local publishing
Oh,
company.
okay, okay.
So she really inspired me
Yeah.
and helped me with all the publishing side of
Oh,
it.
wow.
So
Okay.
when I hit social media or just hit the world
Mm-hmm.
as a children's
Yeah.
book author, I knew nothing.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't know anything.
Wow.
I'm a good writer. I've
Mm-hmm.
always been a good
Mm-hmm.
writer, and my background is in teaching. So my
Oh,
master's is in
wow.
teaching.
Okay.
So I love children.
Yeah.
I used to do social work too. So
Okay.
I knew I'd write for
Mm-hmm.
children. I didn't know really anything else about it, like
Okay.
marketing. Where do I
Yeah.
go? What do
Yeah.
I do? So I started my little Instagram
Mm-hmm.
page, and I started sharing things, and people started following me.
Yeah.
Right. I made some missteps.
Mm-hmm.
Got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
your
Mm-hmm.
this person says, oh yeah, I can do this,
Mm-hmm.
and I can
Mm-hmm.
coach you, and I
Mm-hmm.
can do
Yeah.
and so that made me mad because
Yeah.
I lost my
Right.
money.
Right. Of course.
And I was like, oh
Of
no,
course.
I'm not
Yeah.
the type to
Mm-hmm.
just, that makes me angry and it
Yeah.
motivates me. So I was motivated to learn how this business works
Wow.
and what
Okay.
I needed to do to be
Yeah.
successful. And that's really what started
Wow.
me forward.
Mm-hmm.
And because I have a heart to serve people,
Mm-hmm.
I was sharing everything that
Yeah.
I was learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it got to the point where people would show up in my inbox and say, "So and so told me that I should ask Naomi," and
Mm-hmm.
they kept going, "You should ask Naomi. You should ask
Yeah.
Naomi."
Yeah.
And that's how I garnered a following
Yeah.
on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I am an advocate for diversity,
Yes.
absolutely at my core.
Yes.
So the more I shared, I
Mm-hmm.
shared information about the inequities in the
Yes.
children's book industry.
Yeah. Wow.
And I just, was being helpful,
Yeah.
and I learned as much as I could, and I got pretty good at it,
Yeah, yeah. You got excellent
I
at
did.
it,
I was
right?
excellent. Yeah, yeah.
You
Excellence is
won't say it,
important.
I say it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You talked about sharing, right? And we so often don't want to share with each other,
Right.
And I remember, on my journey, and I would ask, and people would say they want to help, but anyway, never
Absolutely.
would show up,
Yeah.
But I love that about you, because God didn't give us what He's given us to, clutch
hold
our
on to.
fists, right? And not share,
Right.
because that's why He gave it to us. Because it's not even about us; it's about sharing with others to
Absolutely.
help them get to where He's taken
Yeah.
them,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And to know that if you did it, they can
They
do
can do it
You
too.
know what I mean? And so I just love that about
you.
you. And you share a lot. And you even open up at CTAB, right? They open up this book.
The Little Free Library.
Yeah. Okay. And so talk a little bit about that.
Sure, sure. So I started in 2020 with my first book,
Yeah.
and then I wrote another book.
Okay.
Over the years, for decades now, like I told you, I'm the writer in the family. I'm your friend who you bring your papers to. That's me.
Yeah,
I love to do that. So I did some ghostwriting for a couple. Yeah, and
Wow.
you can't really say who you
Yeah,
ghost
yeah,
wrote
yeah,
right
yeah.
for.
Of course, yeah.
But I loved it.
Uh-huh.
And then I just knew one day I would write my own book.
Yeah.
But I've always had very good proofreading and writing skills. And it was Reverend Regina Hall
Yeah.
was my first editing
Wow.
client.
Oh my gosh.
And
really?
she has a wonderful book where
Yeah.
she's sharing the story of the trauma that she experienced as a little girl.
Wow.
She was my first editing client, and I took it from I was tutoring students at that time from elementary school to college.
Okay.
And I took those skills and my background as an educator and established myself as an editor for my editing business.
Yeah.
So I actually edit and coach people who want to learn how to write a book or how to publish a book. So I do writing development with them,
Okay.
and just editing and teaching them how to be a successful author.
Okay.
So that's how I got started.
Okay, wow. And so and you still doing all of that now?
Yep.
Because I remember talking to you and I said I was asking you, okay, how does it work? And then you shared with me how it worked. And then you got to the part you said, now most people don't want to do this, right? Because I said to you, I said, now I don't want 200 books that I got to go out and, and promote,
Yes.
right? To get out there. And you said, well, that's what you're going to have to do.
Right, because you're going to do your own if you're a self-published author. But
Right,
now
right, yeah.
I know the keys to doing that. So I always say that
Yeah.
my clients invite me on their author journey, and I'll walk
yes.
alongside of them.
Yes.
I'm behind them, pushing them sometimes.
Yes,
I could
yes.
even be dragging you when you
Yeah.
like with you. You know, I
Right.
don't want to do that. Oh, you're
Yeah,
going to
right.
do it.
Right.
So those types
Yeah.
of things have
Yeah.
made me successful in
Yeah.
what I do.
Mhm.
And to answer your question about the Little Free Library, I'm the chairperson, and this is a long title, so I'm going to give it to you.
Yes, please.
I'm the chairperson of the Equity and Inclusion team
Okay.
for the Michigan chapter of the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators.
gosh.
That's very, very
Wow.
long.
Yeah.
So it's a
great.
national
Yeah.
organization
Wow.
for those who write books and
Yeah.
illustrate books for children.
Oh my gosh.
So
And I
that
didn't
came
know
out of that.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so because you have illustrated illustrations in your book, right? And so tell me what you've written lately.
Sure.
What
Okay,
you-
so this is the first book I wrote, and it's
Okay.
called Jahari the Great.
Oh yeah.
And I wrote, my grandson's name is Jahari.
Oh,
my
how
oldest.
awesome.
And so I wrote this book for several reasons,
Okay.
to elevate the Black family and dispel some of those myths because
Yeah.
he has a strong relationship with his father.
Yes.
I also wanted to dispel the myths that Black boys can't learn.
yeah. Oh.
So these things make me angry, and I can really get going on that.
Wow. Yeah.
And there's a stage with our children academically. So the best way to say it is that you are learning to read up until third grade. And then at third grade, sometimes fourth, but we'll say third grade, you are reading to learn. So there's a switch that happens where now you're not just reading for enjoyment, and someone can ask you, what the main message is. Why do you think the author said that? What do you think the author really wants you to learn? So children are learning to infer, take the information from what they're reading and make sense of it and give it back to you. So unfortunately, that is also a critical stage for children. And at the top of our list are Black boys.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I wrote this book for that age level. And it's a fun, interesting book. It speaks to using your imagination. So the basically, I believe that all children have a gift within, and it's up to us to help them discover it. So that's basically what this book is about his father, his teacher is supportive, and there's a village mentality that helps him to discover how great he is.
I love that. And to allow him to see himself, right? Because most of the time we don't see ourselves in those kind of stories and books and even on TV. So we get a chance to see ourselves within. And so I appreciate the fact that you talked about, them reading and then just kind of giving back to, okay, what did I learn?
Exactly.
You know, what you think they were talking about. I love that, right? Because growing up, I didn't have that, and I'm
lot
not
of
sure.
children don't.
Yeah, I didn't have that, and I was just reading, just trying to make sure I just
Knew the words,
and kept it to memory so I could
Yes.
remember,
Yes.
So and that kind of thing. So I love that, and I love that you have just taken an interest in children like that, and that's just great. I love it. And so so where you are at this stage in journey of being an author and being a publisher, because I know I call you, well, I don't call you, I text you. I text you sometime and I say, and you said, well, okay, I'm with one of my authors right now, and I'm, and so sound like you give them the kind, you make them accountable.
Oh, yes.
Sound like, you hold them accountable, because if you're giving your time, you want them to be accountable, right, for what you dishing out or giving them, in time, and because time is precious.
It
right?
is,
It's
and
precious.
everybody seems to be pressured for time.
Yes,
So my key with what I do, and my clients know that, is you're going to be excellent. We have to be excellent, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, books where children can see themselves, like the characters look like them, not only look like them, so it's not just okay, you have a little brown kid in your book. No, it's stories that they can relate to.
Absolutely.
right? So that's what
Absolutely.
I try to help my
Yeah.
authors do. And
I
so
love
we're
it.
always focused on not only
Hmm.
an enjoyable story, but a
Yes.
story that has academic value
Yeah.
and social emotional learning
I
value,
love
because
it.
that's important
I
too.
love it at an early age. And so when they get into school and they go to first, second, and third grade, they have at least some kind of advantage,
Yeah,
you know.
we've already
And so I
planted those
love it.
seeds.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. But you were talking about excellent, and I know you do things in excellent. But every time I talk about excellent, I always think about our pastor, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he always did things in excellent. Now I wasn't always doing things in excellent, right? That's me. So, but
None of us
but
are always.
but but under his teaching and guidance, he taught me, to
Yeah.
do things in excellence. And so I love it when you say that.
Yeah.
I just love that. So can you tell my audience now where they can find you?
Sure.
And then are you accepting new
Yeah.
authors? Are you give that
Absolutely.
information?
Sure,
Share that
sure.
information.
So I do other genres. Actually,
Okay.
most of my work is not children's books.
Okay.
Most of my work is nonfiction, inspirational, Christian.
Okay.
Right? But I do have a special talent with children's book authors, so they do come to me.
Okay.
And my clients, I mean, they put out some excellent books. I would
Yeah.
love to share their books. I
Yes,
was
of
always so proud
course.
of them
Of
as well.
course.
But my website is naomibooks.com.
Okay.
And so I am an editor and a writing development coach, as well as a publishing coach. So I teach, not only help you get your manuscript together and ready for publishing, because we want it to be excellent, so
That's
you can be
right. That's
confident
right.
when you publish.
Yes.
So
Yes.
my authors, our books don't look any different
Mhm.
than the books that come from the big publishing houses. They're
Yes.
excellent. Like if you look
Yes.
at this book,
Yes.
this is my
Uh-huh.
second book.
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Okay.
This, you couldn't tell this wasn't on a
Mm-mm.
bookshelf in the store,
That's
and
right.
you can't
Yeah.
tell that I
Okay.
self-publish,
Excellent.
right?
Why don't you open it up and let's
Sure,
just
sure,
kind of
sure, sure.
see, because we didn't get to see.
Okay, and so this one, the first
Oh
one
yeah,
that I
excellent.
wrote, this book was published by the company is Valley Publishing, but I don't know
Okay. Oh
exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And
great.
my illustrator is
Yeah.
also a Black female
Okay.
from Detroit.
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's really beautifully done.
Beautiful.
Beautifully done.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
the
beautiful.
exciting thing for me is that I just published this book
Okay.
in a bilingual version.
Really?
So it's Spanish
Oh
and
my
English.
gosh. Okay, that's awesome. I
I'm
love
very
it.
excited
Yeah,
about that,
I
because
love it.
especially in Detroit, there's a need
Mhm.
for primary books for non-English speaking students.
Yeah.
So my
yeah.
goal is to do a translation. The next one will be in Arabic,
Yeah.
because that's a huge population
Yeah,
here in
it
our
is,
area.
It is. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot to publishing,
Mhm.
but you don't need a company to do it for you. You can do it yourself.
Mhm.
And I told you, I
Yeah.
got upset because I got cheated, right?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure out how to
That's
do
it. Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And that's what I
Yeah,
do.
and
I share with my clients and teach them how to do it.
Yeah, and you've done that, and I cut you off because I wanted you to show your book, and you were now. Is that the only way they can reach you through
Oh.
the website?
No, I mean,
Okay, come on, let's.
Facebook. So I'm the
Okay.
same everywhere. Facebook and Instagram. It's Naomi Books LLC.
Okay,
It's
okay.
easy. It's my name, Naomi
Okay.
Books LLC, NAOMI BOOKS LLC, and my website is naomibooks.com.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So here's a fun thing, though. My clients, I love this.
Yeah.
My clients, I'm strict,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna because I want you to be proud.
Yes, yes.
And that's it works. They know don't half step with me. We're
Right.
going to do this the right way. So they tease me about that. But a couple of years ago, I was doing a live, and my clients were on, and they were going back and forth. Oh, you better watch out. She's going to correct you. Don't say anything wrong, because I do. If I see you've done something, there's a spelling error or grammar error in your post, I will be in your DM and say, hey, we need to be excellent. Go back and change that.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
do.
I
They
love
really
it.
do.
I love it.
So anyway, one of them came on and said, uh-oh, here she is, the queen of editing. And it's stuck. So that is what my clients call me. I'm known as the queen of editing.
Well, that's not bad. That's not
I love
bad.
it.
That's not bad at all. I
love
love it. Look, it could be worse things. So I love
Sure.
that.
I love it
I
too.
love that. Okay, so I just want to you to leave my audience with whatever it is you want to say with them, whatever you have to inspire them. And, yeah.
Well, I really feel that most of the people I meet dream of being an author.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have something in you that
Yes.
God gave you. It could be that you want to write a book for children. It could be that you want to leave your story as a legacy for the next generation. And it could be that you're an expert in a certain area and you want to do something like a how-to book to show others how to be successful like you were.
Yeah.
And you might want to write a book where you're inspiring people through God's word and sharing your personal experience of how you got over.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we need all of that. And it's not too late. It's not too hard.
Yes.
And it's not too expensive.
Yes. Yes.
It can work and you can do it, right? So you don't have to think, oh, well, I can't start a business now. I'm 50 or I'm 60, or however old you are. My oldest client wrote his life story at 94.
Wow, I love it.
And he's right from Detroit.
I love it.
He's a retired judge
I
in
love
Detroit.
it. Oh, I love it. Because that's my next question to you is going to be, because I'm 64.
Okay.
And when God had me leave real estate after 25 years, 64, I'm like, okay, soon to be 65, right? I'm like, okay, God, but I wasn't afraid of it because I trust God, right? And so no matter what, I was going to do it. I didn't care what. So do you mind if I asked your age?
Sure. I'm proud of my age.
So what age were you? Because I think tell me your age.
I am 65. 65.
I love it. I love it. And don't look a day over, girl. Look 40. You
Thank
look
you.
beautiful,
I'll take that.
beautiful,
I'll take
beautiful.
that.
You gorgeous. And I just want people to see through you, through myself, that it doesn't matter where you are in life, right? Just like you said, it's never too late, right? Because there's more life to live. And it's never too late to go after your dreams and vision and that business idea, whatever it is, right? And so today I want to leave my audience with this. I want you to know that it's never too late for you to get started. It's never too late for you to just get over the hump. Never too late, as my pastor said this Sunday, go back, and reach back for that goal you had and you set at the beginning of the year. Go back and grab that and let's kind of figure out how we can get started in it. So you need any assistance, please seek us out here at Legacy Coaching. And don't forget to reach out to Naomi through her website, Facebook page, and get started with that book. And we'll see you here next episode.